All right, you are joining me for an upper session. So, yeah, apologies to everyone who was expecting this to be a continuation of the body part, but actually, I had a bit of a change of heart. So, I've decided to try an experimental upper lower routine, which I've been working on for about a year. So, as some of you guys know, I have my barbarian routine, which is my classic upper lower with 3 stages from beginner, intermediate to advanced. And I've rewritten that book a couple of times already. But based on the data that I've been collecting on this routine over the last year, I might rewrite it again because this is just working out a little bit better. And now I'm finally trying it myself, having got some good results with clients. So I'm not going to give the full game away because, well, I want to keep it a secret for the book. And also, people are very good at plagiarizing in this industry. So I'll leave you guys to guess on that when the book's out. But in any case, this setup that I've been working on with clients has been working very, very well. This is just a snapshot of my upper day. So I kicked off with an overhead press, and yeah, just feeling really strong at the moment. Everything is going up very, very confidently. So super pleased. And I like the Smith machine, provides me with good control, means I can just push. So this large gentleman is IFBB Pro Nathan Stiles. You know, just working in with IFBB Pros, as you do. Uh, but actually, he's really sound. Really nice guy. Great example of a human being. Great example of a bodybuilder. He's enormous, like 6'4", 340 pounds. Super nice guy. Always welcome to give me a spot or have a chat about things. Dead nice guy. Got a lot of time for him. But anyway, he was on this machine as well, so we worked in, and he gave me a spot, and pretty happy with that. That was more than last time. 4.5 plates on the T-bar. The most I've done on that in the past has been 5. I do want to hit 5 again by the end of the year, which would be nice. But yeah, I think with T-bars, progression tends to be quite slow because you're so locked in. But I am bulking now, so we'll see how it goes. It's been 8 weeks on this bulk, and God, my strength is just skyrocketing. It's been really fun, actually. It's been really good. So yeah, did the top set, did the back off. I'm not doing that exclusively for all the exercises, but it's something that I'm doing with some of the exercises. I don't do it with smaller ones. Then I moved on to a close grip bench press. Now, you'll probably notice some exercises I have odd form. Like for this, the close grip bench, I don't touch chest. That's done on purpose. I am working around some injuries, and you'll find that with a lot of guys who are either older or advanced, they tend to just work around aches and pains. So I am somewhat restricted as to what I can do with the left shoulder. It's more problematic than the lower back. But you know, as long as I can put some stress on the muscle, happy days. It doesn't change how I train my clients, for example, but certainly for myself, I have to make just a few amendments to things. But I can close grip bench reasonably heavy. This was just over 2 plates for a good amount of reps, as long as I don't go all the way down. And same with the overhead press. I'm pretty good to do that on a Smith machine. But yeah, the lesson there really is just a case of finding exercises which fit you and feel comfortable for you. So that is whether you have an injury or not. You know, just find an exercise which suits your body and fits you, and just really push that exercise. I think that's an advanced skill which a lot of you guys would do good to learn. You know, grab a handful of exercises and just get super strong on them. I think there's a little bit too much fluff and puff, you know, smaller exercises which aren't going to give you a great deal of return. I think just getting bigger and stronger, or just getting stronger on some basic exercises which you can load and feel safe is a good way forward. I also think you've got to know when to cut an exercise when it's no longer safe. Just pause 1 second. Look at how thick that back is. Those delts. I am massive. That is a handsome man. Delt striations too. I need to eat more food. I think they might actually be trap striations as well. Yeah, I need to eat more food. But anyway, like I was saying, yeah, so you've got to know when to cut an exercise if it's no longer safe. Like, for example, a lot of big bodybuilders don't barbell back squat anymore because at a certain point, the poundage is so heavy, the exercise stops becoming safe. It's not that it's less effective, it's still effective, it's just probably less safe. So you've got to know when to make that call. Now, that's not the same as just switching out an exercise because you're bored of it or you think you've stalled. Like, you haven't stalled. Trust me, you haven't stalled. The whole it's all one big cope. This whole thing about stalling on an exercise is a bit of a cope because if you're applying the correct stress, if you're growing outside the gym, you're going to get stronger. You just might get stronger a lot slower. And I think that's honestly what happens. People think they have this get out clause of changing exercises because they have quote unquote stalled. You haven't stalled. Something is missing in the chain. Stalling on exercises is a lot less common than you think. Really is. And the ones that people always stall on are the pressing exercises, like overhead press, chest press. You know why? Because progress is slow. People think it's a stall. It's not a stall. It's just slow progress. And also, maybe you need to pay a little bit more attention to outside of the gym factors. Maybe you need to bulk harder. Maybe you need to eat more protein. A lot of people undereat protein. I gave my recommendations of protein a month ago, a couple of months ago. That got some pushback from other members of the community. One guy in particular, who's completely out of shape, he tells the rest of his audience to eat less protein. Doesn't make any sense to me, but if that's what you want to look like, go right ahead and eat less protein. Me personally, I'm going to max my protein because it helps to keep the gains consistent in the gym, and that's what I do with my guys. So I would advise you, if you're interested in physique development, to really pump the protein up high. So, yeah, as I was saying, it's unlikely you're going to stall on an individual exercise. More than likely, progress is just going to be super slow. And as I say, it's generally for pressing exercises because of a combination of the fact that progress is slower and also people are more emotionally attached. Nobody or very few people are getting really upset about not progressing their squats and deadlifts. For most people, they go up because they've never really placed that much attention on them. So they just consistently go up. But if you get to a point where you're on a sticking point on your squat and deadlift, then you've probably been working hard for a while. So yeah, yeah, the whole switching exercises out is kind of a cope, I think, for a lot of people. There is this myth that if you switch an exercise out, you're just going to increase your gains dramatically, and people use that because they get impatient and they get lazy. But really, what you need to do is you need to dig in and figure out why you stalled and fix that, which is normally related to food or effort is a bit another big one. If you're not training like this, you see that this degree of effort here. Don't talk to me about you've stalled an exercise. I should have stopped 5 reps ago, but I carried on doing partials. If you're not training like that, you've got absolutely no cause to switch out exercises because more than likely you're slacking on your diet as well. You're slacking on your nutrition, and it's one of those things. People who genuinely think they're not slacking, well, they don't know. It's like you don't know what you don't know. It's ignorance is bliss. So that's when you hire a guy like me, and I tell you exactly what you're missing, and you see the types of gains that my clients are getting on Instagram. So yeah, this is a really, really good session. Just wrapping it up with some isolation work for the arms, a little bit for the shoulders as well, and then I'll finish off with some posing. But this was a very, very good productive session. Just feeling real good at the moment, real nice and big. So this is the only pose I had any time or inclination to do. So that's all you're getting. Bit of a shaky most muscular for you guys. All right, have a nice rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next one.